everybody? Welcome. Alright, so today I have a vinyl haul for you guys. It is the end of February. Well, kind of. We're getting there. So I have a stack of records here that I want to share with you guys. I scored so many records. It's been an amazing month. So these are the ones that I've been listening to a lot and kind of have developed an opinion about. So I want to share those with you first, and then I'll show you the rest of them next month in another vinyl haul. So let's get right into it here with the record of the month from Vinylmnky, please. Main source, Breaking Atoms. This is an amazing classic hip-hop album. There's a lot of historical significance to this album. The track Live at the Barbecue, you get Nas, being introduced to the hip-hop world through that song. Large Professor is an artist that I'm very familiar with, but I've never listened to this album, so it was a first listen for me, and it was just right up my alley. The 90s era hip-hop is really the type of hip-hop that I resonate the best with. It's conscious, it's got this production that is raw and is just pure, it's funky, it's jazzy. It brings together all these different cultures and music and just creates something new and amazing. So if that's what you're a fan of, I highly recommend you jump on this album here. Let me show you what this pressing offers. You have the booklet here, the lyrics, full color pictures and everything else. Really cool addition to the package, along with a 45 they threw in there. You have this bold purple 7-inch here with 2 songs on there, and then of course the album, which has been sleeved up in like this really interesting paper sleeve with a periodic table on there. They kept the science theme going throughout the whole package, and then the pressing itself. To me, I say it looks like a slide with some whatever the slide you put under the microscope. Got a blob of orange in there. Just amazing. Even the inner labels have like these breakdowns of like atoms. So again, back to the title of the album. Incredible hip hop. Again, the stuff that Vinylmnky Please offers in addition to this, like the literature that you can read, really helps you appreciate the album a whole lot more. They do talk about the sampling that went on, which, I mean, they took from all sorts of different genres. I heard Sister Nancy, so there's a little bit of reggae in there, some funk, some jazz, and then of course it's cultural and significance to, in hip hop and what it meant to a lot of future artists. You got a message here in the inside part here of the gatefold. It's a foreword by Pharrell Monch, amazing hip hop artist from New York. So overall, I mean, this is gonna be hands down my favorite release from Vinylmnky Please. In the 2 years that I've been with them, I can't get over this album, and I'm pretty sure it'll continue to stay in the top 5 as I continue to get more records from them. But it's amazing. It's beautiful. Well worth the money. If you want a $10 credit towards your subscription, if you want to sign up, maybe grab a copy of this, send me your email and a comment or a message, and I'll get that to you. Join the Vinylmnky Please community. Just again, amazing pressing. So okay, moving forward, here's another amazing record that I got this month. This one's from Vinylmnky. It is Salt by Shy Girls. I really did fall in love with the art on the front of this cover. I feel like there's so much going on, even though there's not a whole lot being shown. It's kind of weird. But I guess the whole concept behind this album for me was less is more. Because it is stripped down. It's experimental. He introduces a lot of different sounds. You got piano, you got some synths. One of my favorite songs on here is Watercolor Dreams. And it's got this, this fuzzy, grungy sounding guitar riff. It's got a little bit more percussion, so it kind of sounds more like a actual rock song, but it's still slow enough and reserved to where it's keeping its it's keeping its R&B vibe present. A lot of the focus is on his lyrics because of how the songs are broken down and the production kind of rides through the album. It's again minimal, and he's just an amazing singer. He really knows how to sort of work his way through the music. there are points where he builds it up, where he harmonizes his own voice, and it kind of builds up the song, and then he slows down, so there are valleys and peaks. They kind of takes it through a little journey. Not only that, but the record is actually signed by him. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I got a signed copy of this record, and as always, it comes packaged in this really awesome groove vinyl outer sleeve. Really takes care of the record for you. But definitely something that I've been building a taste for. I really did enjoy the other records that I've been receiving from Vinylmnky that are R&B based, like Gallantology and Black Atlas, Haunted Paradise. Actually, I did feel like I got a lot from that Black Atlas album as far as like the minimal approach, and I really did enjoy this approach and the experimentation that took place throughout the album. So I feel like now I'm sort of, you know, getting a little better at understanding it. So this has been just an amazing addition to my collection. Highly recommend you guys check out Shy Girls. Now the rest of these records that I picked up are all from thrift stores. The first one here, blind pickup. It's Dan Hicks and his Hot Licks. Striking It Rich is the title of this album. It's made to look like a matchbook. So you have to pull out here. You got the cutout here of the band, and you have the picture up here with some production notes. Here is the back of the album. The sleeve's a little beat up, but it was $2. I was really sold on the packaging of it, so I thought maybe I'd check it out and show you what the record looks like. It's from the Vanguard label. You got this checklist here of all these different artists that they have on their label. You got folk, blues, popular, and experimental. I feel like this album is all of those things. It's got a little bit of everything. Even now, I still feel like I didn't really listen to it as much as I should have. It did make its way onto the player a couple times, but every time I listen to it, I kind of remind myself, like, oh yeah, this is kind of weird. Like, I don't even know what to make of this album, which I appreciate. It keeps me guessing. It was just a little dusty, so I cleaned it up a bit, but yeah, like I said, it has a little bit of everything. It's bluesy. It's got this country sort of bluegrass vibe to it. You got a lot of like singing from like chorus, and then I don't know. It's all over the place. But yeah, if you guys can share a little bit more about this band and what they were all about, I would love to hear that in the comments. I definitely will be looking out for more of his music. I don't know if all of it sounds like this. This is, again, my first time ever listening to Dan Hicks. But yeah, I was sold on this picture in the back too. Look at that. That's like the full group. Everyone's got a part and sings in the songs. Walking One and Only is a good song. That one was the second one on the first side, and then the back side of it I felt had a different approach than the first half of the album. So I don't know. Like I said, it's all over the place. Awesome packaging. Not too bad for $2. So I will continue to listen to that and hopefully understand it a little better. This next one here, I felt like it was a pretty decent pickup too. Another $2 pickup from the thrift store. The best of the Doobies. You got this really cool picture in the back. You got a lot of other hits, I guess, you know. China Groove, Long Train Running, Taking It to the Streets. I'm familiar with their music, but not as like into it as I thought I was. So this album has been a great sort of reintroduction to their music. And then the record itself. Been getting really lucky to find these records in such a clean condition. I feel like usually I either find really shitty ones or I find some decent records. So hopefully that luck will continue to move through this next month here. I can have more. But yeah, this is definitely something to have in the collection. This next one, oh my god, I was so happy when I found this. It's a Waylon Jennings album, Dreaming in My Dreams. The sleeve has a little bit of water damage. I hope you can see how messed up it looks. But you have Are You Sure Hank Done It This Way, Waylon's Blues. I'm a fan of Waylon Jennings. This is the first Waylon Jennings album I have in my collection. I got reintroduced to him because of Sturgill Simpson. You know, they have kind of that same, they kind of sound the same. They have that same approach to their music, which is conversational. It feels like he's telling you a story. solid album. Let me show you what it looks like in the inside. It wasn't sleeved up, so I had to put my own paper sleeve there, keep it from getting all scratched up with the dust. But after a nice little wipe down, it actually cleaned up. Sounds great. I was worried that it was warped because I took a look at it. It looked a little dished, but it didn't affect the playback on it, so I'm happy about that. Now I'll properly be able to store it, and hopefully it'll, I don't know, hopefully flatten out a little bit. But yeah, definitely worth having in the collection. I thought I had found another one of his albums, but it was just a sleeve. The record was gone. This next one here is actually a record that my girlfriend picked up. She almost lost it when she found it, and then I almost lost it when she showed it to me. It is a Sesame Street Fever album. It's a disco Sesame Street album. Look at this back picture here. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, it is a gatefold. Some of the greatest pictures. You have classics on here. The Sesame Street Fever song. Doing the Pigeon. You have Bert and the Girls. Rubber Ducky. Ernie and his Rubber Ducky. You got Trash. C is for Cookie, which is, oh, so cool. I love that. It's Cookie Monster and the Girls. And then has anyone seen my dog, Marty and Grover? It's exactly what you think it's gonna sound like, but better. It's really a decent like disco album. They really did a great job with it. And then let me show you here. You got the Sesame Street inner labels there. Super clean. $2. Definitely just a record to have in the collection. Alright, so the last record here that I'm going to share with you guys is this Pinocchio vintage picture disc album. Now, I think they actually had it standing up on display somewhere, and it got a little bit of water damage down here. But the record was pretty warped. It didn't affect the playback, but you can definitely see my stylist sort of going for a ride, which is a little disappointing because these are kind of hard to find. Oh, I mean, if you go on eBay, you'll find them, but while I'm digging, I never find these. And they're both sealed. I bought two. I'm planning on giving one to someone that I know that I always meet at the park with my girlfriend. We both are pass holders, so we're always at Disney. They would enjoy it, so I've been meaning to go give them their pressing of it. Hopefully it's not too warped. I wanted to see it first, but let me show you. So this is the back side here. It's just incredible. And then the front side where you have Pinocchio. It's just... And I'm not a big fan of picture discs because I don't think they're the best, but because this is like an old school pressing of it, an original pressing, I do want maybe to display it somewhere in my room. But yeah, you got on here, of course, Wish Upon a Star. Let's see here. A lot of shorter songs, you know, like when he goes to school or whatever. I Got No Strings is on the B side. The Whale Chase. So you got stuff like that. But I see this be reissued through the Disney store, and they're asking I think $30 for it. So $2 is pretty good even if it's warped. But yeah, so my Disney collection grows by one more record. There it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. If you think I deserve it, give this video a like. If you want to watch more videos like these, stay tuned with my channel. Please subscribe. If you want to follow me on any other social media platform, links are always in the description. As always, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you guys on the next one.